Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to take a look at something that is very special to me, and that is a Bionicle set in 2023. Now, we haven't had a Bionicle set in quite a long time. We did get that little mini Tahu build, but it wasn't an actual like figure, if you know what I mean. Like, it didn't use ball joints and whatnot. It was just a little nice nod to Bionicle. This is also a nice nod to Bionicle, but it's an actual figure. And it's Tahu and Takua, and it's set number 40581. Unfortunately, you can't buy this normally. You have to buy it. It's a gift with purchase, so you have to spend $100 on select Lego themes to actually get this. I did that because I'm a huge fan of Bionicle, even though $100 is quite a lot of money. But as you can see, it looks really cool. The box looks really cool. Unfortunately, it did get damage in shipping, which is unfortunate. Normally, I'm not a big, I guess, I don't really care too much about boxes, but this was one I really wanted to keep because it looks like the original Bionicle canisters. I mean, you even have Tahu surfing in lava, just like the original Tahu canister. So that's why it was really cool. But, I mean, it's still cool. At the end of the day, the main thing that matters is the actual set inside. And you can see they even have the little different pieces of the Toa, just like in the canisters. And this one, I think this is actually trying to represent the shot in the first Bionicle movie, where it wasn't Toa Mata Tahu, it was actually the Nuva, Tahu Nuva, that was doing this scene right here. But it's still cool. It's still cool that they represented that. And you got Takua right there, which is awesome. Obviously, Takua has become a meme because of the movie as well. Takua! So, let's just get to opening it. Okay. We got 2 bags of Lego. Of course, a mini bag of Legos. Another bag 1. You got a bag 1 and a smaller bag 1. And the instruction manual, which I do see that it's kind of a little basic now, because Lego instructions usually have like really cool designs on them, or it's normally just from like the set images, not the set images, the cover art on the front of the box. But I mean, this is fine too, you know, minimalist design. Okay, all right. Even though the cover is kind of plain, if you open it up. Now, I already knew about this, so I was really excited. So that I wish this was actually the cover of the instructions. It would have made more sense. But I mean, now we got 2 covers. We got the minimalist design and also the original 2001 Bionicle cover. Oh my gosh! Look, even got the original mask right there. And then there's also some information, some little history lesson of Bionicle, of course. This is so nostalgic just looking at this. I say nostalgic. I actually didn't grow up with the original Bionicle. I got into Bionicle during the 2nd generation. But man, because I've spent so much time going back into the original Bionicle from Generation 2, this feels nostalgic to me because it's like I've always seen these images, and now to actually have I guess you can say like a physical booklet in 2023 that shows these same images from what was essentially back in 2001 or 2000 or just the year 2000 in some places, I think. And so yeah, I guess I'll just get straight to building this thing, and I'll let you know what it looks like at the end of it. I don't know why I said I'll let you know. You'll obviously see it because the video is not gonna end right now, or is it? And here is the set all built together, and I just gotta say, this is an awesome set. Alright, in terms of accessories, you get a disc that the Matorn can throw, just like in the original Bionicle. You also get the retelling of Matanui and Makuta, which is a nice little extra in the set. Of course, you also get Takua, and I just love how he looks. He just looks great. You also get a little stand with Tahu's surfboard and also the lava that he's surfing on, which is really nice. And finally, you have Tahu himself, which I love. Now, this figure is actually really posable, and I think it looks great. Yeah, sure, the back is a little plain, but when you compare it next to the original Tahu Tahu, you can see all the little similarities they have with each other, and I just really adore this little figure. It's not going to replace the original, but it's a nice version of the original. And also, if you want to know how I got that neck joint on the original Tahu to bend like that, I will leave a link in the description below to the video where I found that method from. Now, in terms of the mask, I think for what they could do, they did a pretty good job. It's not perfect, but it does look like the original mask. I like how they replicated pieces that you wouldn't even think of, like the shoulder socket joint, which actually brings me to a point I wanted to talk about. That socket axle joint that's used on a lot of Bionicle figures, I've noticed the top of it is actually quite fragile, and I have a lot of Bionicle figures that have a crack at the top of it. So if you have this piece right here, I just recommend being careful with it. I think it's fine if you just display it, but if you play with your Bionicles, I've noticed that a lot of them have cracked at the top or just broken completely. This might just be a me problem, but I at least wanted to mention it. Now, unfortunately, this figure does not come with a gear function like the original, but fortunately, it does come with a stand, which the original does not. And you just use 2 pins to attach Tahu onto the stand. Once you have him onto it, it looks great. I mean, just great. That's all I can really say. It just looks great together. Not only is Tahu great, I think Takua also looks great. I just love how much he looks like a Matoran, and using just system Lego pieces. I love the mask, I love the head, and I just think it looks great. I just keep saying things look great in this set. I honestly might like him a little bit more than Tahu. And of course it has more articulation than the original, because I mean, it's the original Matoran. Just like the McDonald Matoran, it does come with a disc, however you cannot shoot it, but it's still cool to have. One cool thing I like about these figures is that you can actually remove their mask and to see their face underneath, and you can do the same thing with Tahu. So I'm just wondering, when are the mask packs coming? You can attach Takua onto Tahu and make him surf, just like in the movie, even though that was really more of a Tahu Nuva thing. And so my overall thoughts on this set is that it's great, and if you can get it as a gift of purchase or buy it for a reasonable price, I would highly recommend it. However, this set has got me thinking if we've finally reached the end for Bionicle. I mean, we got a set that celebrates its legacy, and so is there anything else left? Is this how it ends for the Toa? Who really knows? But this set is proof that Bionicle lives on, and the impact it had is still remembered years after its end. And maybe, just maybe, Bionicle will return one day. And if it does, I can't wait to hear about the new legend of the Bionicle.